Employer users are the contacts associated with an employer or vendor that typically call to request a detail. Creating an employer user account for these contacts can help streamline this process for administrators. Employer users can access a limited version of PowerDetails to build jobs as a request through the system. These requests are sent to administrators for review and revision if necessary. Only jobs approved by an administrator will become available for personnel to see and sign up for on the calendar. Employer users can then log into PowerDetails to monitor the status of their requested jobs and to see if any invoices administrators have sent or marked as sent for their review. Note that employer users can only ever see their associated employer's information within the site. To add an employer user profile, find their associated employer under Employers on the top menu bar and click Employer Search. If an employer profile has not been created for their company, you will need to do this first so the user profile can be attached to it. Click New User within the Employer Profiles User tab. The associated employer name will already be populated on this new form. Begin filling out the rest of the user form by creating a unique user ID that this person will use to sign in with. Enter their name and create a temporary password they will use for their initial login. The primary email address should be an address that this user will always have access to. If they ever need to reset their password, the request will be sent to this address. Once this basic information has been entered, press Save. Let's look at some optional fields here. The Permission Set drop-down menu will display any optional pre-built restriction lists available to tailor particular user access to site features. To ensure this person can perform default operations like requesting jobs, viewing the calendar, and viewing sent invoices, permission sets may not be necessary. The Alt ID and Miscellaneous ID are optional fields that can be used to record additional identification information about this contact. The Active checkbox indicates that this user profile can log into PowerDetails. Unchecking this box deactivates the profile. However, all historical information remains in the site for this person, and they can be reactivated at any time. After creating their profile, send the user a message by clicking the envelope icon within their profile. As long as you've entered a functioning address as their primary email, the system will initially enable external alerts to this address. The user can later turn these off if they wish within their Contacts tab. Message them with a site link, their user ID, and password to log in. It may also be helpful to mention that there is a user guide and training videos that are available to them under the Help menu. Administrators can view a list of employer users by going to Employers on the top menu bar, clicking Employer Accounts, and Account Search.